know you. We don't know you. I can't f with you. You might be the police. We can't f with you.
After this, I'm talking about my experience. I was almost on Love After Lockup a couple years back, and some of the things I can relate to with the show, and I might talk about that, or but I think I'm going to talk about this BX Beast Boy and Shady Joy situation, because I just cannot resist Shady Joy. Alright, Sharrell and her team of allegedly unpaid employees, whenever somebody do a video about them, here they ass come. Look, they push so much bullshit that if bullshit was cocaine, they ass would be El Chapo. They would be kingpins. That's how much they stay pushing. Their favorite message to leave is, you just jealous of Sharrell. Anytime you address any of her sorry ass behavior or her sedity ass attitude, then you must be jealous. And so you're like, no, I'm not jealous. I am addressing her behavior because people should not be this way, and it needs to be talked about. And they're like, well, you could talk about anything. Why you can talk about anything and anybody. This is anything and anybody. Who do y'all think she is? They think that she is above being talked about. They feel like people should not be talking about her. Based on what? Based on what? Who the fuck y'all think she is? And so you be like, no, I'm not jealous. That's a ridiculous statement. But you can talk about anybody. And I'm like, well, this is the worst that I can find that's happening right now. This is some pretty shitty things she's doing. Oh, you just jealous of Sharrell. Jealous. You go right back to that. So, but I've been meaning to address this for a while, mainly for the people that want to leave comments or say things like, you need to be nicer in your reviews. And then the comments that I've been getting from Sharrell's World regarding that video for Sharrell's World. I'm not going to push bullshit just to be polite. It's not going to happen. It's the mainstream that's telling people gossip is bad and don't say nothing negative about people. It's the mainstream. Just say positive things. It is the mainstream telling people it's garbage. And why would you even listen to the mainstream? Their favorite shoes are Asics. Obviously, they don't have good... These shoes are hideous. They are a disaster, okay? Obviously, they don't have good judgment. Hear me out, though. Hear me out. It's the mainstream telling people, don't say this, don't say that. Don't talk about people. Don't be negative. Don't shame people. Just say positive things with a smile. And they wonder why our society is so weak right now. They wonder why our society is more bitch than a bitch right now. Our society is weak, soft, ineffective, can't get nothing done. People can't stand on their own 2 feet. People don't have a backbone. People can't stand up for themselves. Our government can't even keep themselves from COVID, let alone other people. They overly compliant. They celebrate you being a victim. Our society is on the brink of destruction right now because of these weak values that the mainstream is pumping. The worst I've ever seen it or heard of it being. You can't talk about things. You can't say nothing. This is why we have free speech. First off, it's important for us to know. We want to know what's going on in our environment because it's important to our survival. From caveman days, people have been gossiping. This is how we learn what's going on with our environment. This is how we figure out who we should deal with and on what level. When they were cavemen and all that, they would gossip. They would get into some kind of huddle and be like, who built that hut for Fred? Because I know his lazy ass ain't do it. He won't hunt or gather. He won't fish. He won't do nothing. And they like, yeah, he's showing. He lazy as hell. Like, this is how we reinforce our values. And if people don't talk about Fred, people don't say nothing, he only think it's okay to not or contribute and to always not do anything but accept all of the rewards. This is how we progress. It's how we reinforce our own values. How we move, how we want to move, how we wouldn't move. This is how we progress as a society. And they got everybody feeling like they can't say anything. And this is why our society is so weak. So what the mainstream is talking about, because they can't even figure out a decent pair of shoes to put on their feet. So they really just need to be quiet. So no, I'm not going to do it. I did not come to be polite. I'm not trying to offend anybody, but I'm not necessarily trying not to either. It's just not a concern. I didn't come for that. I came to tell the truth from my viewpoint. I didn't come to, that's just not what I care about. I care about the truth. Alright, I'll be back. Stay rugged. Out.